Good morning, my K-Sezians. It's your girl, K-Size the Oracle, back again with another banger. You already know who it is. It's me. It's your favorite psychic co. So, yeah, we're going to run a topic through the cards and see what is going to come out. Yeah, what that topic is. I know you already saw it in the title. So, if you're a Drake, A$AP Rocky, or Rihanna fan, then definitely sit back and relax and get ready to sip this tea that's about to fall out via spirit. Period. So, you know how we started off over here. We got to say the prayer. So, if you know it, say it along with me. Angels, ancestors, protect my energy, put a fiery wall of protection around me, my home, my family, and fancy. Allow me to see and hear the messages clearly. Take my bias out of the reading. Angels, ancestors, I appreciate your love, guidance, wisdom, and protection. Also, put a fiery wall of protection around all my K-Sezians, both new and old, and send them love and light for their highest good. Amen. So let's see why Drake unfollowed Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. All right, let's figure it out. Angels, ancestors, why did Drake unfollow Rihanna and A$AP Rocky? Why did Drake unfollow Rihanna and A$AP Rocky? So we have Four of Wands, we have Ace of Pentacles, we have the Death card. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. Let's go to clarify. Angels, ancestors, why is Four of Wands here? Why is this Ace of Pentacles here? Why is this Death card here? These cards love falling out my hand, boy. We got Deception and Envy, and then bottom of the deck, why is this Nine of Pentacles here? Positive movement forward. Discontent and boredom. Okay. Discontent and boredom led him to do this. Also, because they got together. Definitely because they got together. Because they got together for once. Even though it seemed obvious, sometimes it's not obvious, and that's why I wanted to run it through the cards. So, because they so happy and they're in a business partnership and they're putting down roots and buying homes and laying a foundation down, like they're happy, they're prosperous, and he still doesn't have a woman in his public life that he could do that with. He's just consistently linked to thoughts, groupies, but nobody with substance. Somebody, you know what I mean? As far as like the world would see. Because Rihanna past ain't motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Ain't motherfucking squeaky. Her face ain't clean. But to the average person, they think it is. So we'll allow them to keep thinking that. Then we have balance here, Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, why did he unfollow them? Ace of Pentacles. Something is part of like manipulation, but then also it's like money because people, I don't know if he got paid to unfollow her. Is that what they're saying? And they can manipulate the story and harness the energy from the story that they're bringing to now people are focused on him and why he, you know what I'm saying, doing it, you know, which is that gets people talking, that gets your views up, your clicks up, you know what I mean? Because he hasn't really been in the news ever since this Kanye West thing has died down away from him and Kim Kardashian. So we really haven't been seeing him, you know what I'm saying, in anything. So let me see. I think it's going to go from the weird ass unfollowing till okay, no, I support them, blah 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 blah. They're gonna probably try to work together or do something together. Um, hmm. He could also maybe start to lose money slightly. I don't think so because if they play it right with publicity, people will probably buy into the drama of Drake unfollowing Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, because then it's like, if that's the case, then were they really together? Then everybody's, wheels are spinning that cares about this dumb shit. So interesting. Then we got the death card, which is the ending to something physical, but it doesn't have to be a physical death. Why is that here? Deception and envy. The plot thickens. All right, so let me pull up the death card, number 13 in the major arcana. All right, so the death card, I don't know if he's going to then try to drop some music or something like that, like talking about the relationship and how he's jealous and shit like that. He'll translate it maybe into music, which is what they usually do with this whole thing, when you can buy into, like, you know what I'm saying? People like to buy into a weird storyline like this. So if he then makes music talking about his jealousy, his envy, other people can relate to that, seeing a girl that they like or they once had or whatever the fuck in a relationship with somebody else and being happy, and the emotions of that. So I think he may abscond that, put that in a track and sell it legit. Nine of Pentacles, also he wanted to wife Rihanna in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and thought that maybe things would circle back together, you know what I mean? And maybe there was some positive moving forward that he might have, but he do overall like how she moving forward and how she going and everything like that. He wanted to be part of that slightly, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he congratulate her. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though he's sending her hate this weird way, he is happy to see her upward mobility and her happiness and her progression in life. Interesting. So let me ask, so then how does Drake really feel about ASAP Rocky? How does Drake really feel about ASAP Rocky? We got Ace of Cups, we got Five of Cups, we got the Chariot card, we got the Page of Wands, and we got the Nine of Cups. So how does he really feel about him? Let me pull this back slightly. So how does he really feel about him? We got Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Chariot card, Page of Wands. How does he really feel? Oh, let me turn my cards around. Bottom of the deck is Six of Wands. Why is this Ace of Cups here? If these cards fall out one more time, like, they just fall on the floor. So something about trapped in fear because of this new blessing that, you know what I'm saying, and all this cup of abundance that he's getting from Rihanna and people and stuff like that. Drake does feel somehow trapped in fear a bit. Like, I don't know why though. Like, very weird. How does Drake really feel about ASAP Rocky, and why is this Five of Cups here? Why is this Five of Cups here? Intuition. I don't know. I feel like his sadness is a little bit fake. He's not that fucking sad, you know what I mean? But he can translate that into music. So people need to start use their intuition to see past this whole publicity stunt they're about to pull. Why is the Chariot card here? Ooh. Partnerships and alliances, they're ultimately working together. I hope y'all can see that, but maybe I can't because of the lighting. But ultimately, they're working together with this whole story and the movement of the story and stuff like that. And he wants to reach out to them to go ahead and bring him in as more like a publicity story. You know what I mean? With this music he want to drop and everything like that. And he wants like he wants to work together music wise. You know what I mean? Publicity wise. For the story, because everybody be caught up in the drama of it all. Why is this Page of Wands here? Movement, choices, and decisions. So yeah. So I think ultimately he feels like he's younger than him. So he's like a little boy, him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, he probably just got her with the sex, you know what I'm saying? But that's it. And when he done with her, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not done with her, but maybe when she done with him, you know what I'm saying? She going to real man, and that's gonna be me. Something like that is here. Why is this Nine of Cups here? shadow side. So again, wishes fulfilled by doing something in the shadows, by deceiving us a bit, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes, because he's working with them behind the scenes, but then in front of the scenes, he's saying that he's not working with them, and then his feelings are true and genuine, and how he you know what I'm saying, dropped the music and how he felt. But it's really not. It's really all an act, and it's gonna be all for clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? Spins and shit, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Um, let me see. And then it's gonna be a victory for all of them because they're all about to play people that are involved in this whole storyline. So let me ask a couple of yes or no questions. Angels, ancestors, was Drake and Rihanna ever? Did Drake and Rihanna have sex before? Did Drake and Rihanna have sex before? Did Drake and Rihanna have sex before? We got no need to worry. There's something better. Reconsider in the past. Extra angels in the, reconsider in the future. Extra angels in the past. Let go in the present. Ask help from others in the future. A year ago, maybe in the past, a year ago. So maybe the emotions is a little bit raw a bit. But their timing of their relationship just wasn't right for them to go. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't right. It just wasn't right for both of them. But maybe the last time. I don't know. They're trying to say they had sex like a last few weeks ago. So she was still pregnant then. But I mean, she afraid maybe she encouraged shit. I don't know. But that's here in the past position. So So then, angels, ancestors, how does Rihanna really feel? How does Rihanna really feel about Drake? How does Rihanna really feel about Drake? We got the Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So, how does Rihanna really feel about Drake? That he really just stepping on the scene right now for publicity, for money and shit like that. He never is going to miss an opportunity for publicity and for money and to put his name out there. That's what I'm getting really with this Six of Wands, like a photo op, things like that. And that he preferred the spotlight instead of just having solitude. She likes her solitude a bit, and he didn't like, you know what I'm saying? He don't really like that. He likes to be out in the public eye. He love all of that fame and the stories and all of that shit. She don't really like all that. Why is the Ace of Wands here? Because she did that publicly with Chris Brown and shit. It never works. Then we got New Beginnings. So she would rather something new rather than fall into patterns of her, you know what I'm saying, her old relationships or something like that. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Memories of love. She'll remember what they shared, and she'll always appreciate that, you know what I mean, and always have love for him. But you know, and she might go ahead and be complicit with this money play they're about to run, maybe with publicity and the music and stuff like that. But ultimately, you know, she got love for him, but you know, don't love him, not in love with him, nothing like that. Why is the Four of Swords here? Deception and envy is still here. How does Rihanna feel about Drake? This is the advice card. The advice is that she should just stay to herself and focus on what she's doing and whatever like that, and ignore him being petty and sending public shots and stuff like that. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Triumph. The likely outcome of this whole thing and her feelings about him, the likely outcome is that let me see. Nine of Pentacles are like it. So I think that this is saying that she will ultimately be alone, maybe because Rihanna is like one of the person that like she really would rather be alone. So I don't know. So if this is saying like maybe ultimately she'll be alone and then that makes him happy or something like that. Like interesting. Like maybe her and ASAP Rocky won't make it or something like that. I don't know. Because again, I asked, how does Rihanna feel about Drake? And I get a Nine of Pentacles energy, which is like Rihanna and her, and independentness and her, her money, her luxury, and you know what I mean, just in her, opulence. Why is that here? We get triumph. So it's like maybe that energy will triumph over ASAP Rocky, and he'll be intimidated and want to leave. So something like that is here. Ultimately, like Drake is feeling that way, but it's like, again, how does Rihanna feel about Drake? And it's like maybe that he'll just realize that she's happy and leave her alone, you know what I mean? But he only wants to triumph over music and like shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, he not trying to triumph in a better way. He like, he just trying to triumph how he normally do when he got some contention with somebody. Music, people buy into it and all of that shit, right? Okay, so let me see. Let me ask a couple of yes or no questions. So, angels, ancestors, will Rihanna and ASAP Rocky get married? Will Rihanna and ASAP Rocky get married? No. So I was right that eventually they're going to break up because Rihanna is very much in her bag of independence. You know what I mean? She likes her independence way too much. So she's never going to marry ASAP Rocky. So, boom. Guys, there is the reading. If you enjoyed that mini reading about the situation between Rihanna, Drake, and ASAP Rocky, then definitely make sure you like the button and let me know that you enjoyed the content. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this content for the first time. That definitely helps us grow over here, and we greatly appreciate that. And if you would like to share the video on any of the platforms that you delve in, that's great. You have my blessing. Also, don't forget to follow me over there on patreon.com. This is where this video is dropping at first. So if you're watching it on YouTube, then just know that you're late to the party, okay? My Patreon biggest fans already saw it, okay? Just know that there's 2 different memberships over there for your budget. So you find the one that's most accordingly for you and how much you want to show me love. Period. Then also don't forget to follow me on IG. I'm trying to get my numbers up and I want to do more pop-ups and giveaways and stuff like that over there on the IG. So if you're interested in all of that and you want to help me grow and you want to be a part of the fam bam and part of my growing process, then definitely go ahead and follow me over there on IG. And it's my name, same as over here, K says the Oracle. And I'll see you over there. Don't meet me there, beat me there. And like I always say, seek the truth, vibrate higher, and carpe diem. Until the next time, I'm out.